Whispers of Destiny, Ancient Prophecies and Omens. The story of Rome's first emperor begins with whispers. Ancient prophecies swirled around the birth of Gaius Octavius. They spoke of a child destined for greatness, a child who would change the face of Rome forever. These weren't mere tales. They were omens that gripped the imagination of the Roman people. One such prophecy came from a senator named Nigidius Figulus. He was known for his skill in astrology. On the day of Octavius's birth, Figulus made a bold claim. He said that the master of the world had just been born. This prediction would prove eerily accurate in the years to come. These prophecies and omens set the stage for an extraordinary life. The boy born under such auspicious signs would indeed become the master of the Roman world. The great-nephew Octavius and Julius Caesar. Gaius Octavius was born into a wealthy equestrian family, but his life took a dramatic turn when he caught the eye of his great-uncle. This great-uncle was none other than Julius Caesar.
I see great potential in you, young Octavius.
Caesar saw potential in the young Octavius. He took the boy under his wing and began grooming him for greatness. Caesar's influence on Octavius was profound. He introduced the young man to the world of Roman politics. He taught him the art of leadership. Caesar even took Octavius on military campaigns. These experiences shaped Octavius's understanding of power and strategy. In 45 BCE, Caesar made a fateful decision. He named Octavius as his heir in his will. This was a shocking move. It bypassed many of Caesar's closer relatives, but it showed the depth of Caesar's trust in his great-nephew. A fateful Ides of March. Caesar's assassination. On March 15, 44 BCE, the course of Roman history changed forever. Julius Caesar was assassinated. He was stabbed 23 times by a group of senators. They called themselves the Liberators. They claimed to be saving the Republic from tyranny, but their actions would have far-reaching consequences. Octavius was still in Apollonia when he heard the news.
This can't be true. What am I to do now?
He was shocked and devastated, but he also knew he had to act quickly. As Caesar's named heir, he was now in a precarious position. He could be the next target of the assassins, or he could seize this moment to claim his inheritance. Against the advice of his friends, Octavius decided to return to Rome. It was a bold and risky move. The young man who would become Augustus had arrived on the world stage. Power plays the Second Triumvirate. In the chaos following Caesar's death, alliances shifted rapidly. Octavian, as he was now known, found himself in a complex political landscape. He needed allies to secure his position. This led to the formation of the Second Triumvirate. It was an alliance between Octavian, Mark Antony, and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus. The Second Triumvirate was officially called the Triumvirate for organizing the Republic, but in reality, it was about dividing power.
We must stand together, Octavian, if we are to control Rome.
Octavian took control of the West. Antony took the East. Lepidus was given Africa. This arrangement allowed them to consolidate their power. It also let them deal with their enemies. One of their first acts was to proscribe their opponents. This meant condemning them to death and seizing their property. Love and War, Antony and Cleopatra. As the dust settled after Philippi, cracks began to appear in the triumvirate. Lepidus was gradually sidelined. The real power struggle was between Octavian and Antony. Their rivalry was both personal and political. It would shape the future of Rome.
Antony's involvement with Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, added fuel to the fire. Our relationship began as a political alliance, but it soon blossomed into a passionate love affair.
This romance captivated the Roman public. It also provided Octavian with powerful propaganda material.
I portrayed Antony as a man bewitched by a foreign queen. I claimed he had gone native and accused him of abandoning Roman values.
These accusations resonated with many Romans. They feared the influence of the East on their culture and politics. The situation came to a head in 32 BCE. Naval supremacy, the Battle of Actium. The stage was set for a final showdown between Octavian and Antony. It came in 31 BCE at the Battle of Actium. This naval engagement would decide the fate of the Roman world.
My forces were led by my trusted friend and general, Marcus Agrippa.
Antony and Cleopatra commanded their combined fleets. The battle was a decisive victory for Octavian. Agrippa's superior tactics and seamanship proved crucial. Antony and Cleopatra's larger ships were outmaneuvered. Many of their allies deserted them during the battle. The couple fled to Egypt, leaving their forces to surrender.
Octavian pursued us to Alexandria. There, both Cleopatra and I took our own lives.
With their deaths, Octavian became the undisputed master of the Roman world. He was now sole ruler of a vast empire. The power behind the throne, Livia Drusilla. As Octavian consolidated his power, he recognized the need for a strong partner. He found this in Livia Drusilla. She became his third wife in 38 BCE. Their marriage would last 51 years. It would prove to be one of the most influential partnerships in Roman history.
I was no ordinary Roman matron. I was intelligent, ambitious, and politically savvy. I became Octavian's closest advisor. My influence extended far beyond the household. I played a crucial role in shaping imperial policy. Many saw me as the power behind the throne.
Despite her influence, Livia maintained a public image of traditional Roman virtue. She was known for her modesty and frugality. The scandalous heiress, Julia. Augustus hoped his daughter Julia would continue his legacy, but her vibrant personality clashed with his stringent moral reforms. Married multiple times for political alliances, Julia's notorious affairs undermined her father's public moral agenda. In 2 BC, her scandalous lifestyle led to her exile, a decision that deeply pained Augustus. This incident highlights the personal sacrifices embedded in political power and illustrates the stark human elements behind historical narratives. The loyal general Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. No discussion of Augustus's rise to power is complete without mentioning Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. He was Augustus's closest friend and most loyal supporter. Their friendship began in childhood. It lasted until Agrippa's death in 12 BCE. Agrippa played a crucial role in securing and maintaining Augustus's power. Agrippa was a brilliant military commander. His victory at Actium was just one of many triumphs. He also led successful campaigns in Gaul and Spain. These victories helped to cement Augustus's reputation as a bringer of peace and prosperity. But Agrippa was more than just a general. He was also a skilled administrator and builder. He oversaw many of the public works projects that transformed Rome. He built aqueducts, baths, and porticos. His most famous creation was the Pantheon. From republic to empire, the Augustan Age. With his power secure, Augustus set about transforming Rome. He didn't abolish the republic outright. Instead, he created a new system. It kept the forms of the old republic, but real power was concentrated in his hands. This system would become known as the Principate.
Augustus took on the title of Princeps. This meant first citizen. It was a clever move. It allowed him to rule without claiming to be a king. He also took on various republican offices. He became tribune for life. He was named Pontifex Maximus, the chief priest. These roles gave him immense power, but they were all technically within the republican system.
The Senate continued to exist, but its role changed. It became more of an advisory body. Real decisions were made by Augustus and his close advisors. The Pax Romana, Augustus's greatest achievement. Perhaps Augustus's greatest legacy was the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. This was a period of relative peace and stability. It lasted for about 2 centuries. It began with Augustus's reign. It allowed the Roman Empire to flourish as never before. During the Pax Romana, trade flourished. Roman roads connected distant parts of the empire. The Mediterranean became a Roman lake, safe for commerce. Cities grew and prospered. Art and literature flourished. This was the age of Virgil, Horace, and Ovid. Their works still influence us today. The Pax Romana wasn't just about the absence of war, it was about the spread of Roman civilization. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating history. Special thanks to our sponsor, OCN Antiques, where you can find a wide variety of ancient coins and antique maps. Legacy of the first emperor, Augustus's lasting impact. When Augustus died in 14 CE, he left behind a transformed world. Rome had changed from a republic to an empire. It had expanded its borders. It had established a system of government that would last for centuries. Augustus's impact on history is hard to overstate. Many of the institutions Augustus created survived long after his death. The Praetorian Guard, the Imperial Postal Service, the system of Roman provinces, all these were Augustan creations. They shaped the way the empire was governed for generations. Augustus also left a physical legacy. He famously said that he found Rome a city of brick and left it a city of marble. This wasn't just boasting. Augustus's building program transformed Rome. Many of the monuments we associate with ancient Rome were built during his reign. If you enjoyed this journey through history, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video for more fascinating content on the ancient world.